Hi there. It's a beautiful day at Sun City, Carolina Lakes. My name is Angela Lucia. I'm the lifestyle manager and the narrator of this how-to video. Let's get started. How to log in for the first time. You'll start by going to the website, www.oursccl.com. Once there, you'll notice at the top right corner of the page, the blue button that says Resident Login. Click that button and this drop-down menu will appear. In the username box, you'll want to type in your full first name dot your full last name. I have to use a shortened version of my name because Angela.Lucia is already being used in the management side. So again, full first name dot full last name. And the password is capital SCCL 2020. Again, that's capital SCCL 2020. And then click Login. Once here, you'll want to update your resident preferences, and you'll start with your new password. This is where you personalize your password and put whatever it is you want and you'll be able to remember. I am using test 2020. You do need to have a capital letter and a number in your password. So I did a capital T, EST, and then 2020. Test 2020. If you scroll down a little further, in the resident directory, you'll want to look into this to see if there's anything that you do not want to be shown as residents scroll through and look you up in the directory. If you don't want to be shown at all, you'll click here. I don't recommend that, but you're welcome to do that if you want. Here, you can actually select specific things that you feel like aren't necessary to show in the directory. You might want to keep your cell, but maybe your home number you don't feel like you need. Maybe your birth date isn't important, and I would say work phone number, right? Everything else I want to keep, I'm happy with that, and we move on. This is where you would enter a change of your primary address. You would do that here. So if you want to use a different address than the one that we have in the system, you would do that here. I would highly recommend staying away from this edit email or opt out. As it would be potentially quite difficult to get you logged back into everything you want to be into. So I would definitely steer away from this until we can explain that better in a later video. And here you'll put a secondary address if you have one. And then of course, like everything else, we want to save the data. Okay, that brings us to update resident profile. This is where you can add a photo. So I'm going to add a photo so that, add a photo, select an image, and put my first service headshot in there and click save. And we should be all set. Now you can see my photo appears. That is an additional thing that is absolutely not necessary, but if you care to show a photo, do that here. Okay, here's where you just want to confirm the information is right. So it's Angie Lucia, your primary email address. Your primary address should be listed in here. So you want to look through that and make sure that is your correct information. I don't happen to be a resident here, so mine's not going to do the autofill, but hopefully yours is correct. And if it's not, that's when you'll need to contact the front desk and see if you can get that figured out. Here's where you might put an alternate address if you have somewhere else that you'd like to have your mail sent, vacation house or northern house. You'll put that there. And this is where you'll enter your personal information, your wedding anniversary if you want. All of this information is voluntary. You don't have to fill it out. Emergency contact is always a good idea for you to have in here. for the obvious emergency. And here you have the social media. If you're a Facebooker, you can put your Facebook information here, Instagram, and then save the data. Even if you haven't made any changes, you'll still want to save that data because the system recognizes that you have been to this page. So it says no changes were made, nothing to update, and then click here to continue. And here we are. You're officially logged in to the new website. As a reminder, it's always a good idea to keep a note somewhere with your username and your personal password. And I think that's about it. So that's how you log in for the first time. Join me in the follow-up video titled, What's Next?